Right, welcome, ladies and gents. We finally learnt, or so we think allegedly, why Victoria Alonso was actually fired. What this reprehensible act was. Now, FYI, she was also fired, allegedly, courtesy from Marvel anyway, because she broke her contract. And she broke her contract by working on Argentina 1985. Even after having alterations made to her contract, she still chose to go out and break the alterations to her contract. But obviously her lawyer came out and said she's a strong gay Latina, and she was silenced by Disney, right? Victoria, a gay Latina who had the courage to criticize Disney, was silenced, was what her attorney said. Now, obviously, this was fighting talk because you never bring up, these sort of characteristics unless you're looking to get into some form of ideologue battle. Now, this was a reprehensible act, apparently, in terms of her, her sort of criticising and being silenced. Just as an FYI, this still makes her look utterly stupid if this is the truth. So it's kind of one of those cases of like, whoever wins in this scenario, we're still the winners overall, because watching these two eat each other alive is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Disney makes a pretty justified claim. She was fired because she broke contract. If that is the case, it'll be cut and dry. And they're more than happy to suffer through headlines on this. They don't care. So I'm going to say this, and I don't like siding with Disney, but I think that there's some truth to what they're saying. Mainly because PR's everything to these people. And they're happy to get dredged through the headlines and basically potentially go to court to then go, no, she just did this. That's it. That's all it is. And then she'll look like a dumbass. However, Victoria Alonso is throwing out a whole world of nonsense. So Victoria Alonso claims she was fired by Disney after refusing to make a reprehensible Marvel movie edit. What was the reprehensible act, I hear you say, ladies and gents? It must be really bad, right? Like, it must be awful. Well, Disney have obviously been in a whole host of controversies. Now, they also say, well, after firing a producer who helped steer the MCU for more than 2 decades. It's not strictly true, but they've been in a whole host of controversies recently anyway. Because, make no mistake, they're also actually being sued by another producer who was going to be working on The Acolyte. So they're just up Schitt's Creek overall. But anyway, last week it was reported that the studio had cut ties with Victoria Alonso due to an indisputable breach of contract, following her work on Amazon's Oscar-nominated film Argentina 1985. Which, I am inclined to believe, simply because Disney, they hold, their PR and their headlines in high regard. And they're more than happy to get dredged through, the headlines for this. So, however, Alonso, via her attorney, Patty Glazer, has denied this, instead saying she was fired after Marvel asked her to do something she believed was reprehensible. Now, FYI, I'm sure she does believe it was reprehensible, but it's not. It's pathetic. And it outs Disney as, again, if this is true, which this is highly likely to be true as well, that it just outs them as what we all know, just people latching on to agendas because they think it will give them money. So Victoria, a gay Latino, had the courage to criticize Disney, was silenced. The request was reportedly to do with the release of Marvel's latest film, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It's been reported that Marvel bosses allegedly wanted an editor to blur a shop window that had rainbow flag decorations as well as the word pride. So reprehensible. Bearing in mind, that is for its release in Kuwait, a country with anti-LGBTQ laws. We're supposed to welcome diversity and culture. That's diversity, isn't it? That's other people's culture. You're going to respect it. Allegedly. But also, like I said, just as an FYI, they've done this before. They've done it with many, many, many movies. And all it does is reveal to us that Disney, they don't care. Right? They don't care. They believe in the West. Massively misguided. But they believe in the Western world. to promote all this woke nonsense, this ideological shite. They think that will get them money in the West. But they also think in the East, Kuwait, things like that, abiding by what they ask them to do will give them money as well. So they're like, yeah, we can do both. Who cares? Because they don't care. They don't stand for anything. They're a business. You've all been played. Time and time and time again. You ideologues. Do you not understand? It's basic business. It's absolute basic business. So Alonso, who was overseeing the film's post-production visual effects, is claimed to have refused to make the edit. And allegedly, Marvel made the change using an outside contributor instead. FYI, this is her only fucking job. You're the president of post-production and VFX at Marvel, and you're refusing to do what you're told. But you're happy to do it for other things, because they have done it for other things. Bearing in mind, this is not the first time. They do this a lot. They do this a lot. But also, this isn't the first part. Last year, Alonso was vocal during Disney's dispute with Florida over that bill, urging former CEO Bob Chapek to voice his opposition after employees staged a walkout by saying this, the guilt trip on this fucking bitch. I asked you again, Mr. Chapek, please respect, if we're selling family, take a stand against all of these crazy, outdated laws. Take a stand for the family. And then she apparently sat him down for 45 minutes and chastised him. Man, if I was Bob Chapek at that stage, I would have just binned her off there and then. Don't speak to me like that. Who the fuck do you think you are? So there you have it. The president of post-production and VFX refused to do her job. I'll tell you what, good on her, I guess, in some regards, for standing up for what she believes in. But also, do you not understand? You're part of a business. This is just how it is. But also, don't you understand that Disney doesn't care about anything? They're in it just for the money. Misguidedly, they believe selling this crap in the West will make cash. Every other part of the world, no, we won't do that. So anyway, let me know what you think of this down below. Love to hear it. Cheers, ladies and gents. Take care.